Standard 10 Subject Social Science Revision Session 7. As you know that in revision 1 to 6 we have discussed different chapters. For example, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 6 and chapter 8 that we have discussed. In today's sessions we will talk about chapter 9 Forest and Wildlife Resources. So first of all we need to focus on the word resource. What is resource? So generally we can say the existence, progress and development of a man is depend on resource. Generally what happen, we fulfill our needs by helping of the different resources from the natures since early times, or you can say since ancient times. So forest is also called one kind of important resource. So what is the meaning of forest? Generally we can say that forest means accumulations of trees, or you can say a group of trees. Now the forests are different kinds. We can say that in standard 9, if you remember that we have discussed the forest is of 5 types, but it is on the basis of standard 9. So today we will explore these lessons with the topic of that classification of forest. So our first topic is that classification of forest. So we can say that the forest is divided into 2 categories. First of all we can say on the basis of administration and on the basis of ownership. So the classification of forest is divided on the basis of administration and on the basis of ownership. Now you just see that on the basis of administrations we will be having the 3 categories. Now on the basis of administrations we will be having the reserve forest, protected forest and unclassified forest. So on the basis of administrations there are 3 categories: reserve forest, protected forest and unclassified forest. So let's explore these words. First of all, reserve forest. So these forests are controlled by the government. Here the collection of wood, grazing of animals are not allowed, because you just see the word reserve. It means whenever we reserve something, for example, if we reserve our tickets for the traveling, so nobody is else allowed to sit on our reserve seat. So it is also reserve forest. It means here any kind of activities is not allowed of humans. Second one is that protected forest. Now protected forest in the sense this forest is controlled by the administrations, but here what happened, after the due permission, or you can say from the authorities, there are chances to collection of goods and grazing of animals, but there is the one condition is that without causing any harm to the any species of trees in the forest. So here the humans are permitted for the certain activities for the certain areas only. And the last one is unclassified forest. Now unclassified forest in the sense, from the words only we can give the answer, these forests are not classified. It means here the tree felling, collection of wood, then grazing of animals should be allowed. There isn't any restriction in unclassified forest. So here we have understood that 3 categories. Now we will be having that on the basis of ownership. So on the basis of ownership we will be having 3 more categories. First one is state forest, second one is communal forest, and last one is individual forest. So one more time, same as it is, we will explain these 3 words. Here state forest. State forest means here these forests are directly controlled by the central or state government directly. And the fact is that most of the forest of our countries is falls in this category of state forest. Second one is that communal forest. Now from the communal we can understand that these forests are controlled by the local self-government. For example, municipality and municipal corporations or gram panchayat. They have control over this forest on the communal forest. Now next one is individual forest. Individual means what? That particular persons own the particular forest. It is called individual forest. Most of the forest, individual forest, you can find in Odisha, Meghalaya, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. So this is the classification of forest, and then that we will be having two categories on the basis of administrations, and here on the basis of ownership, administrations and management also we can say that. So each have three categories each. Now, so it is our first topic of today's. Now second topic is that deforestation. What is deforestation? Generally, we know that this word deforestation, it means destruction of forest. Now, but it is not the problem of only our country. It is a global problem, and it is the effect of a progress of a man or development of a man. As we all know that due to the progress or due to the, you can say, our development, we are cutting the number of trees, or you can say decreasing the number of areas of forest. So due to deforestation, there is a drastic change in our nature, in our climate also. So the next topic is that impact of deforestation. Now, impact of deforestation. Generally, we know that this answer. What is the impact of deforestation? So, we can say that decreasing the rainfall, the carbon dioxide is increasing. Then we can find that the temperature is also rising. The greenhouse effect. Many animals lost their shelter, and due to that lost their shelter, many times the wild animals coming to the residential areas. So many problems or so many effects we can see due to the deforestations that we have already discussed in our last lecture. Due to its revision sessions, we'll just take a glance on the particular topic. So here we can write these questions is maybe asked for 2 marks. Impact of deforestation. What mean the effect we can see due to the deforestation? So we have discussed 3 to 5 impact of deforestation that you can write for the 2 marks questions also. Now students, our next topic is that remedies of forest conservation. So we need to understand the first of all questions, otherwise you are not able to write the answer. Remedies means what? Steps. It means we can say which steps we will take for the forest conservation. Conservation means to protect. It means what we can do to conserve, or you can say to protect the forest. So here I will write only keywords, so it will helpful to you to make the whole sentence and write in your answer sheet. First of all, option of wood. It means option of wood in the sense we need to find out the alternate option of wood. It means in place of wood, what we can use, so it will reduce the forest, or you can say wood product. So it means we can easily conserve or protect the forest. For example, whenever we have development for the development work or for any other progress work, if you want to cut the number of trees, so same species of trees should be grown onto the different areas. So that is the first option. Second one, we can say that raw material. Raw material. Here I have written word raw material. It means what? Whenever the industry, many industries, as we know that many industries are for the raw material, they are totally dependable on the forest product. So at that time, what happened? Industry, the law should be framed that industry, whenever must they are using the number of trees to cut the number of trees, so same species of trees should be grown by the industries. That law should be framed by the government. It means whatever the number of trees they have cut it down, they should be go for the afforestation for their raw material. So that is also one thing. Next one is that public awareness. Now public awareness in the sense we must have to give the advertisement, we can say the help of media, we can aware the public, because if public is not aware, so they they can not protect the forest. But if we give them advertisement or putting the large hoardings or banners, so at least they can understand that we have the list areas understood, so they can actually making the partner, or you can say helping to the government to protect the forest area. Even though we can take another one is that school syllabus. It means the importance of forest we need to add it in the school and college syllabus, so that we can actually attain the large number of public together over there. So they should at least protect the forest. Then other one is that forest fire. As we know that a forest fire is damaging the large number of forest areas. So whenever the forest fire is happen, or precautions of forest fire must be having with the government. So forest fire, whenever the forest fire is occurs, so it should be dosed soon, so it cannot affect into the entire forest. Apart from this, we can say that social forestry and agroforestry should be done. Apart from this, many number of points you can write here for the remedies for the forest conservation, but we discuss orally also. For example, how we can you can write in your own word also that how we can write or conserve the forest. For example, we can say that on the day of environment day, or example a different one Mahotsav. So these are the important days should be celebrated, so at least public can get the knowledge about these different occasions, so at least they can help to the government. Apart from this, we can say that the number of trees should not be cut it down. You can say heavy punishment should be given those who cut the trees illegally. So these are the certain steps we can take to conserve the forest. So it is, we have completed this topic, remedies of forest conservation. Now students, our next topic is that wildlife diversity. First of all, we need to understand the diversity. As you all know that India is a diversified country or multicultural country. So due to this diversity in the climate as well as in the region, or you can say geographical areas, so there is a large diversity in also seen in the wildlife, because due to climate and geographical variations there is a diversity in animals also found, and due to that only we just see that total 15 lakh species are found on the entire earth of birds, animals and insect. Out of that, total 81,251 species found in our country. It means total 15 lakh species on the entire earth about birds, animals and insect. Out of that, 81,251 kind of species are found in our country, and due to that only India is on the 12th rank in terms of biodiversity. And the animals, which kind of animals are found in India? So generally there are 3 countries animals are found in our country. For example, they found from I think Asia, Europe and Africa. So that 3 places animals are found in our country. And we here you can add some of the point like that. This kind of animals also we can find. For example, a one-horned rhino is found in the swampy areas of Brahmaputra. Wild ass, it means Gulkhar is found in the Kutch. For example, flamingo, chilotro, these kind of birds are also found in our country. Even though migratory birds, those who are migrating from the other countries to our countries, that is also we can find in this topic. It means wildlife diversity means that we can find number of species of animals and birds are found in our countries. So here it is a 2 marks questions, but it is most important that we need to mention these 3 things. For example, 50 lakh species in the earth, insect, birds and animals. Even though out of that 81,251 found species are found in our country, and due to that only India is on the 12th position in terms of biodiversity. And then you can write these places of animals are found in our countries, and after that we can find that number of animals we can write over here. So your answer should be attractive and suitable for the 2 marks. Now students, will be having the another topic is that wildlife on extinction. Extinction means what? It means it is nearly to disappear or disappear. So here we can make a list of animals those who will disappear from our areas. So first of all we can find that many animals and birds are extinct from our areas. Now we are going to make a list. For example, tiger. Now tiger is in the last century the tiger is found in the either Ambaji and Danta village. But now from last 2 century we can see that the tigers are totally extinct from the forest of Gujarat. Second one is about cheetah. Now cheetah is totally extinct from the entire our country. It means from India. Now we cannot find a single species of cheetah in our country. Apart from this, we can find that birds. Birds in the sense here a vulture, a duck with a pink throat. This is the number of birds that are now hardly seen. Hardly seen in the sense these birds are found in a large number, but now these birds are found in hardly seen. For example, I will give one of the birds. Here I mentioned that Chilotra bird. Chilotra bird is seen in number of you can say quantity in the Arunachal Pradesh, but now this Chilotra bird is hardly seen in our country also. Apart from this, you can say that Ganga river dolphin. Now Ganga river dolphin is also decreased due to that we can say they are extinct. Apart from this, we can say that waterfall, it is in Gujarat it is called Jal Biladi. This is also now that number is also decreasing. Apart from this, we can find that number of animals are decreased due to our activities. And it is seriously the friend it is a time to think about it, because we know that if animals and birds and insect is available on the earth, that is only we will be having the life. Otherwise it is very difficult to live with this without this species. Now students, our next topic is that measures of preservation of wildlife. Now here what happens, we can say that preservation of wildlife in the sense we need to maintain our wildlife. Otherwise, what happen? They will be disappear or they will be totally extinct from the earth. So for that, it may be asked for 2 marks questions. So we'll write here 5 to 6 points for the preservation of wildlife. First of all, needs to change attitude. It is necessary to change our attitude. That it is our mistake, we can say. Why? Because we are thinking that forest is an unlimited resource, but it is our mistake. We must have to change this perception, because if we not take a serious steps against this, so it may be then happen that there isn't any wildlife on the earth. Second one is that maintain balance between the herbivorous and carnivorous. Otherwise it may be happen that if the number of herbivores is increasing, so it may be chances that they came to the residential area. In the same way, if the number of carnivores is increasing, so it may be chances that they also come towards the residential area, or it may affect the human, or you can say human beings. Then next one is laws. The strict laws should be implemented those who are doing the hunting, and if any person is found for hunting, so it must be given the heavy punishment by the government. So it should be stopped so we can increase our wildlife. Then we can say public awareness. Due to the help of social media or televisions or other you can say equipments, we can at least aware the public about the wildlife. And nowadays we are thinking that the only humans will have the rights to live on the earth. Many times in the news also we have seen that animals are drastically exploited by the human beings. It should not be happen, because they will also will be having a right to live on this earth. Apart from this, many other points we can write, and as we know that it's a revision session, so we take just a glance on it. because these all methods we have done. So here we just take the 4 to 5 points to discuss with you, that you can remind it and you can recall it whatever we have done in the that particular video about these measures of preservation of wildlife. Now students, our next topic is wildlife protection scheme. To protect the wildlife, or for the protection of wildlife, government has implemented certain schemes. Under these schemes, government has started certain project. So let's explore this project in a brief. In that first number, we will be having the tiger project. Now, as per one estimate, there are 40,000 tigers. There are 40,000 tigers in 20th century. There is, according to one estimate, there are 40,000 tigers in 20th century. But due to unrestricted, or you can say illegal hunting, the number of tigers is drastically decreased. Or even we can say that it happened that in Gujarat also the number of tigers are not found in the forest areas. So due to that, to protect the tiger, government has implemented this tiger project in 1971. And after implementing this project in 1971, the number of tiger is increasing. That is the good sign for us. And after implementing this, the government has completed 44 regions. The government has included 44 regions into the tiger project. So it is the information about tiger project. Now we will be having the second number is elephant project. Now the elephant project is implemented to protect the elephant and to provide it their natural habitat, and they should not be migrated from their corridor. It means they should not be migrating from their natural habitats, and they should not migrated over to the other areas. That is why government has implemented this project in 1992. And after that, total 26 regions has been, or zones has been provided to protect the elephants. And after implementing the elephant project, we can see that the number of elephants is increasing in our country. Now third number is that rhino project. Now as we all know that one horn rhino, it is the specialty of Indian, or we can say that this rhino, one horn rhino is generally found in the more number in Assam state only, even though some of these rhinos are found in the Sundarban Delta also. Now the government has targeted into the Rhino Vision 2020, Rhino Vision 2020. According to this program, the government has targeted to increase the rhino up to 3,000 numbers. So it is the project number 3rd. Now we will be having the project number 4. It is called crocodile project. Now these species of crocodile and alligators of fresh waters are going to crocodile project. Now this species of crocodile and freshwater alligators is drastically extinct from the our areas. So the government has implemented this in 1970 to increase the number of this crocodile. Now next, 5th number we will be having vulture project. Now as you all know that vulture is the cleanliness worker of the nature, because it eats the meat of the dead animals. But actually the vulture project was implemented in 2004, and we can find that total 9 subspecies of vulture in our country. That is the good sign. But due to last 1 century, or you can say 1 decade, the number of vulture is drastically decreased. And apart from this, number 6, that's snow leopard project. Now snow leopard, actually this project was implemented at the height, altitude in the sense height up to 3000 meters in the Himalayan areas, and this project was implemented in 2000. That the main purpose or the main aim of this project is that to increase the knowledge of the people about snow leopard project, so at least they can protect this species. So here we have the wildlife protection scheme. In that scheme there are certain projects that we have discussed. Apart from this, we will be having the Hangul project. You can say the other species which are on the verge of extinct, that government has given the special protection to that particular species. Now sanctuaries, national park and bioreserve, all these three segments are, you can say, made to protect the wildlife. But there is all these three words will be sounds or synonyms. It means they look like a similar, but there is a difference between these three. So let's explore this difference. First of all, sanctuaries. In sanctuaries, what happened? Human activities. Yes, human activities are permitted after the due permission from the authorities up to the certain areas. After that, we can say that domesticated animals are allowed to graze in the sanctuaries. Third one is that you can say sanctuaries are made for some species, or you can say particular species. For example, deer sanctuary, bear sanctuary, like that. So it means that particular species is protected in the sanctuaries. Now, fourth one, we can take the example of sanctuary. What is called, for example, Periyar and Chandraprabha. These are the examples of sanctuaries. You can just take the example of sanctuaries. It may be asked for 2 marks difference, or maybe the definitions, what is sanctuary, what is national park, what is bioreserve zone, like that. So at that time you can write this, and you must have to write the examples because it gives you attractive answers. Now next one is that national park. So national park is, as compared to sanctuary, it is more protected zone. Next thing, here there is a complete ban on animal grazing. Third one is that more than one ecosystem. It means in sanctuaries you can find that particular species is protected, whereas in national park more than one ecosystem, it means more than one animals or species you can find are protected in the national park. Here we can find the examples of it, like that Kaziranga, Gir National Park, Corbett National Park. Number of examples you can write over here. Now third one is that bioreserve zone. Now it formed on the basis of international norms. It means norms in the sense rules, we can say. The bioreserve zone is formed on the basis of international norms. Second thing is here, separate arrangement is, or you can say separate arrangement is created for the research and training. Research and training should be provided separately over here. Third one is that it can having the larger area, more than 5,000 square kilometer area should be covered in the bioreserve zone. Apart from this, whatever came into that area, they should be protected. Either it may be insect, animal, bird, or particular people or tribe, valley, mountain, river, whatever came into that area, it should be protected. Here we can take the example of bioreserve zone is that Gulf of Mannar, or you can say Panchmadi, Sundarban. These are the example. Here I will write. But most important, one more point here we can add it is that the area, or you can say Run of Kutch, the Run of Kutch is declared in the bioreserve zone in 2008. In 2008, the Run of Kutch is declared as a bioreserve zone. So total 80 bioreserve zone is there. Out of that, only one bioreserve zone in our state. Same way, for example, national park. Total 104 national park is there. Out of there, only 4 national park is in Gujarat. After that we can say centuries. More than 500 centuries are there, but in Gujarat we can find 23 around centuries we can find in Gujarat. So students, here we have completed the entire chapter number 9, forest and wildlife resources. So we take just a glance over it what we have done in today's session. First of all, we discuss about the forest, then types of forest on the basis of administrations and ownership. Then after we talk about the remedies to preserve the or conserve the forest. Then wildlife diversity, wildlife on the verge of extinction, then reasons for the wildlife, how the wildlife is destroyed or destructed. Then after measures for preserving of wildlife. Then we can talk about the different wildlife protection scheme. In under that we talk about the different project, and finally we talk about the Centuries National Park and Bioreserve Zone. On the basis of that, you will be asked 2 or 3 marks questions in your test paper. You must listen and watch carefully this video, as well as you will prepare the worksheet as well as question bank for the better result. Thank you, students.